these are the 5 books that have had the biggest impact on me. And people often ask me, what are my 5 favorite books? That feels like a weird way for me to kind of communicate it. It's favorite. I look at what's going to have an impact on me. That's what I want from a book. I want it to change the way that I view things. I want it to take me out of the church I was raised in and the way of the politics of the people I was around. I want it to move my thinking in a positive direction, in a realistic direction. And I think these books have done that. And so that's why I would say that they've had the biggest impact on me. Curious to hear what books other people think have had a huge impact on them. So I'm going to run through these. This is the Sin of Certainty by Pete Enns. This one really helped me to, I think, be more comfortable with some of the beliefs I had already accepted about in terms of kind of walking away from evangelical orthodoxy. How Europe Developed Africa by Walter Rogers. First thing I read about Africa, and I really thought it was super helpful. It's just a framework to look at the entire continent, and then also to just re-examine Europe and its relationship. Super informative. It's just a masterful, beautifully written history. I felt really personally just so moved by the stories. It's about the Great Migration. It's unbelievable. 100 Years War on Palestine by Rashid Khalidi. This book is the first thing I read by a Palestinian author about Palestine's history, and it really just changed the trajectory of my reading. And I think I'm just so grateful for this book. I read this when I was 20 years old for the first time. This is The People's History of the United States. So important, I think, because this book really launched and helped people to understand you need to be reading about everyday people, not just kings and queens and presidents. You need the big events of history, but you also need the everyday people who lived that history and to understand how things affected them. And I think that's one of the reasons why this book is such a classic.